Welcome, my island brethren. Pokemon Winds and Waves is almost here, and if you're still living a cozy life in this city with all modern conveniences, then you are so far behind, and you're gonna suck at this game! So anyway, today I'm going to be teaching you how to properly prepare for Pokemon Winds and Waves. Warning, casual fans should probably click away. Alright, rule number 1. You need to sell everything. Guys, I'm not kidding. Sell your Nintendo Switch. Well, I need my Switch to play the game. No. Sell your Nintendo Switch. That's how you prepare for this game. You don't need furniture. You don't need a TV. You don't need cell service. You don't need a cell phone. You don't need a second couch. You don't even need a first couch. Ask yourself, would my character own this in the game? And then remember that in Pokemon, they don't let you buy houses or furniture, usually. You can buy little Pokemon plushies. So yes, keep all your plushies. Sell everything else. Again, ask yourself, would my character own this in the game? And if the answer is no, Facebook Marketplace. Alright, rule number 2, move to a tiny island. I'm not talking Hawaii, I'm not talking Fiji. They don't want you there anyway. It's too touristy. They don't like tourists. You need to go to where this game is based. You need to go to Southeast Asia, the Indonesia archipelago, alongside parts of the Philippines and maybe Malaysia. Go there. Move to one of those tiny little islands. And yeah, hopefully it has only one dock. You know, the less residents, the better. I'm talking 4 or 5, 12 max. And there needs to be at least one suspicious old fisherman and very questionable cell service, which again doesn't matter because you don't need a cell phone. Throw that thing away. Throw it into the ocean right now. You need to understand island life to be able to play Winds and Waves. And so rule number 2 is probably the most important part. Let's just be real. If Amazon Prime can still find you, you haven't moved far enough away. Rule number 3, stop using cars. They don't use cars in Pokemon. They use bicycles. You need to bicycle everywhere. And actually, you should really get used to walking because realistically, you can't even buy a bike until like 2/3 of the way into the game. Anyway, get used to walking, biking, or wheelchairing. All are welcome in the Pokemon world. Just no cars, thank you very much. And no Heelys, no freaking scooters. Yeah, none of that modern technology. Alright, number 4, start talking to everyone, every single person. I'm serious, talk to them all. Be annoying, talk to everyone you meet, because they might have random bits of information that are important to your journey. Talk to the mailman, talk to the cashier, talk to that dog that's walking. It's actually a Pokemon. It'll say something like, or Spike. It'll just keep saying his name over and over. Anyway, talk to everything, talk to everyone. Even if they don't want to talk to you, talk to them. Eventually someone will give you a fishing rod, and that will bring us to, of course, our number 5, learn to fish. Yes, that's really important. You're not going to be able to eat anything besides berries and fish, so learn which berries are poisonous. That's really good. And then, of course, learn to fish. That's the only way that you can provide yourself, the only way you can eat. Because statistically, every Pokemon protagonist somehow becomes an expert fisherman in about 6 minutes. That's just the truth. That's just the truth of the game. That's going to bring us to number 6 as well. I mentioned berries. What are you going to want to fill your bag with? Well, you're going to want that fishing rod, of course. Throw away your wallet. You don't need money. It just magically appears when you need it, and also you get millions and millions of dollars for winning Pokemon battles, so get good at battling if you really want to have cash. Yeah, throw that wallet away, throw your keys, throw your phone. Like I said, that should already be in the ocean. You should have already thrown it away with my other rules. But you should have a lot of berries, you should have a lot of rope, you should have a lot of repels, because you're going to have a bunch of Pokemon that just jump right in your face and you're tired of seeing them. So yeah, you're going to want empty bottles, shells, rocks, just like really standard things like that. You're going to want giant, small, tiny mushrooms. You're going to want a feather. You're going to want stardust. You're going to want stuff like that. You're going to want ether. What the heck is an ether? I don't know, but you're going to want one. And then, of course, you're going to want a lot of potions. A lot of revives. Rule number 7, catch the local wildlife. What am I talking about? I'm talking about any wildlife you see. Go out there and grab it. Become a bug catcher, you guys. Catch those insects that look like giant monsters, that look like they're far bigger than they should be because you live close to the equator now. No, seriously, I'm talking those iguanas, those tarantulas, of course you're fishing. You're going to be fishing all the time. Some of those you're going to eat, some of them you're going to keep in your Pokedex and have ready to battle with you. Just pretend that every pigeon is a regional form, every bird. You know, you're gonna become a really good bird watcher. Catch all of them. Yeah. I'm totally serious. You should really go catch the wildlife that is completely off limits in the Indonesian islands. Yeah, I'm really telling you to do that. Rule number 8. Sleep outside. Guys, this is where we start to find our peace, our zen, our Yamaha. Is that a thing? Or find your Yamaha, everybody. Find your Nirvana. Listen to Nirvana, in fact, if you want. But yeah, beds are for people who don't want true immersion. Guys, I'm trying to immerse you in this game. These are the things you need. You need to actually become a Winds and Waves player. Also, I mean, this is a little aside. You should have flip-flops, guys. Flip-flops and a little guitar. That's not as key to Pokemon, but this is also about just being chill, becoming chill with your new nature, with your new environment. Get a little ukulele and some flip-flops and just chill on the beach. You know, if you get tired of walking, go chill on the beach. But yeah, sleep outside, camp, wake up, look at the sunrise, listen to the birds while you're going to catch them. Yeah, and then it helps if you pretend that really dramatic music is playing throughout your journey. It'll just make you feel like such a hero as you climb your way to the top. All right, rule number 9. Only eat food you could cook at a campfire. That's why we're having you fish, guys. No DoorDash, no frozen pizzas. If you can't imagine a Pokemon NPC making it, you shouldn't either. Don't eat it. That's what those berries and those fish are for. Also, you can't eat the local wildlife. I should have mentioned that. You can't eat them because they're Pokemon. Those are all Pokemon. So actually, I don't really know what you eat. I really don't know. You're gonna learn to love salads, just like the Pokemon. You can't cook that at a campfire, but you can pretend you're cooking it at a campfire, just like in Pokemon Pokopia, where you cook like some berries and it turns into a hamburg steak. You're like, well, how did that work? Where did the steak come from? It didn't come from the Pokemon. I can tell you that. Yeah. Food you can make at a campfire, but no food that you can actually make at a campfire either, because you can't cook the Pokemon. Rule number 10, give everyone, and I mean everyone, nicknames. Your coworkers, your friends, your parents, that random person on the street. If you see a guy who fishes a lot, that's Fisherman Greg. If you meet them out in the wild and they look like they might have Pokemon too, you call them Trainer George, or Trainer Sylvia. Give everybody nicknames. All your pets, obviously, give them nicknames. You don't just want to keep calling them dog and pigeon and ferret and iguana and squirrel. You want to give them nicknames. That's really important. Yeah, give everyone a nickname. Call them a name, and then they'll be like, "Are you talking to me? That's not my name." You'll be like, "It is your name now. You are store employee Sophia." Rule number 11. Walk into everyone's houses. Nowhere is off limits in the Indonesian islands, because this is the Pokemon Indonesian islands. Nowhere is off limits, unless of course it's Legend CA, then everywhere is off limits. But no, pretend this is an old style Pokemon game. You can walk into everyone's houses. You can look in their trash cans, steal their items, steal what's in there. Every item is up for grabs. Take their forks, take their berries, take their Pokeballs, take their clothes. Yeah, this is great, you guys. This is island living. Everything is up for grabs. Just walk into their homes. They will definitely not call the cops. They will definitely not shoot you if they have a firearm. Oh man, it's incredible. Just kumbaya with everybody. Number 12, and most important, train. Guys, every minute of your waking day, every hour, every second should feel like you are in a training montage from Rocky. If you are not walking, you are out in the bushes, in the weeds, in the grass, and you are literally fighting animals. You're just gonna fight animals with your animals. You're gonna tell your dog, attack that other dog. Oh my gosh, this is getting dark. It's like dog fights, literally. Wow, this took a turn. Yeah, anyway, guys, make your pigeons fight the other pigeons, and if they don't do it, then you do it. Go fight that bear in the woods. You are training. You need to be doing push-ups. You need to you need to bulk up. You need to literally use the move bulk up on your Pokemon. You're just training constantly, and if you're not training constantly and making your animals fight other animals, then are you really a Pokemon trainer? This is how you prepare to be a Winds and Waves player. You get out there into nature, into the islands, and you live it. You be it. You breathe it every day. Ohana. that's a Hawaiian word. Again, you're not going to Hawaii, you're going to Indonesia, but let's just pretend Ohana means family. You are out there, and the family is nature. The family is the Pokemon. This is how you play Winds and Waves, not by playing the games, not by understanding the Pokedex. No, not by understanding typing, by actually being out there and being a vagabond. This is obviously a super serious video, and you have to take all of these lessons incredibly seriously. This is straight from the Nintendo company. This is straight from Pokemon. They're telling you to do this, not me. Thank you guys for following this TED Talk on how to be a Pokemon trainer in Winds and Waves. Whoosh. 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 That's the sound of the waves.